Hi Year 11s. In this video I'm going to do a simple example of how to solve simultaneous equations using matrices. So the two equations that we're looking at in this example are 2x plus 4y equals 10 and x minus 2y equals 8. So our first step is to set up a matrix equation. So the matrix equation is going to look something like this. I'm going to have a 2 by 2 matrix multiplied by a 2 by 1 matrix with the letters that we're solving for, in this case x and y. And when I multiply those two matrices together, I'll get another 2 by 1 matrix with these numbers here, 10 and 8. The main work here for us is what to put inside this matrix on the left. Here we want to put in the coefficients of x and y in our equations. The coefficient is the number that is multiplying x and y. So for example, in the number 2x, the coefficient is 2. And in the number 4y, the coefficient is 4. Now here, I have x on its own. It looks like there's nothing there, but we shouldn't write the number 0 because when we say x, we actually mean 1x or 1 times x. So the coefficient here is actually 1. And finally, the coefficient of y is negative 2. I need to capture the fact that I am subtracting rather than adding y. So here I'm going to use negative 2. So that's our first step. Set up the matrix form or the matrix equation for the simultaneous equations. Now, before I continue, I want to state a result that we established in class, and this is the result. If ax equals b, here I'm using the letters capital A, capital X, and capital B to represent matrices. So my goal here is to solve for the middle matrix, capital X. So if I know that A times X equals B, then X equals A inverse times B. Provided that A is a square matrix with an inverse. That is, the inverse exists. So in class, I wrote the letters capital A, capital X, and capital B underneath these matrices to try to make it clearer for you. So now that we've done that, we're going to go from this equation to this equation. So let's go ahead and do that. So now I want to write capital X equals A inverse times B. In other words, the matrix with the letters x and y, which contains our solution, is going to be the inverse of 2, 4, 1, negative 2. And I'm going to put a power of minus 1 here to clearly indicate that I'm finding the inverse. It's so important that I'll highlight it here. And then I want to multiply by my B matrix, 10 and 8. Okay, capital X equals A inverse B. I've just brought the matrix of coefficients to the other side and replaced it with the inverse. So now I'll show you how to do this with the CAS calculator. So here's our CAS. Now to type in a matrix, you need to use this button here. It's the one to the left with the book. So go ahead and press that. Now there are 4 icons that are of interest to us. A 2x2 matrix, a 1x2 matrix, a 2x1 matrix, and the last one is what you use if you have a matrix with a different size. For us, we're going to want to use this matrix to start with. So the numbers in our matrix were 2, 4, 1, and -2. And now to get the inverse, I need to find the power button or the exponent button. And that's this button here. It's to the left of the x squared button. It's like an upward pointing arrow. And you'll notice this small square appears to the top right. So type in a power of -1 to get the inverse of your matrix. Now, we wanted to multiply this matrix by another matrix, so we'll go back to the matrix entry, and this time we'll select the 2x1 column matrix. And the numbers were 10 and 8. I want you to notice that I did not type in xy equals this, and that's because back here I just want to calculate all of this. So that's what I've typed in. I want to calculate what happens when I multiply these two matrices together. If I press enter, I get some fractions. If your calculator does this, just press Control Enter and it will round the exact value to a decimal for you. So in this case, the solution is 6.5 and -0.75. And a better answer is the solution is x equals 6.5 and y equals -0.75. And of course, we've solved for the unknown matrix, capital X here. All right. If you need further assistance, please go over the whiteboard notes and photographs from our class, exercise 4E. And if you still need further assistance, don't hesitate to get in touch with me. Thanks.